Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a movie review, and the movie we're going to be talking about is Booksmart. Booksmart is a directorial debut from Olivia Wilde and stars Beanie Feldstein and Caitlin Dever as two high school students on the cusp of graduation. On the final day of instruction, both Amy and Molly realize they may have potentially wasted their entire high school career solely studying instead of having fun at the same time. Because of this, Molly suggests to her friend Amy something novel and at the same time entirely terrifying: that they go to a high school party the night before graduation. I have to be honest with you guys. When I first saw the trailer for this movie, I was interested, but I was not completely sold. Comedies in general don't usually catch my interest. I don't go out of my way to watch a movie that is comedic in the movie theaters. I usually watch them very casually with friends, if it's available to rent, or it's on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, anything like that. I don't usually gravitate towards comedies, so I have a bit bias towards that. It was not until I saw more clips and trailers of this movie that I said, okay, let me go out on a limb and go watch this movie because I might surprise myself. I'm very glad that I did that because I believe that Booksmart is going to be a contender for one of my favorite movies of the entire year. There's something about Booksmart that just works on so many different levels. It is authentic, the characters are raw, they feel true, the performances by the two female leads are incredible. They've been in an array of different movies and they've been individually strong on their own, but to see their chemistry and charisma with each other really sold me. Molly and Amy are great characters. I believe that they've been friends their entire lives. They've experienced embarrassing moments together, highs together, lows together, and this is their final chance to be together and do something that they will have lifelong memories of. The lead performances are truly the foundation of this movie. They're supported by a great set of supporting cast members played by Billy Lord, Noah Galvin, and other incredibly talented actors. Olivia Wilde, in her directorial debut, knew exactly the mood and tone that she wanted this film to encompass, and it's done in an effortless manner. The writers of this film, which are all female, do an amazing job at developing these intricate and cliquey characters that we all feel like we experienced in our time at high school. High school is not much different than it was when we used to attend high school, and I understand I am still on the younger side, but this is a story that can apply to so many different generations. Generations can relate to the awkwardness that high school is. This is a true telling of the current generation that we live in. High school is still very much the same. It's cliquey. It feels like every decision that we make may be our last, and if we make the wrong move, our social status will crumble along with it. It feels like life or death. It feels like the only thing that we think is important in our lives. And for these two teenagers, Amy and Molly, what's important to them is getting into a great school. And they quickly realize that the people that they were very judgy towards because they like to party are also going to really great schools. And that marks the beginning of this coming of age story between these two young girls trying to find an identity and a place that they belong in this world. It is done in such a great way that I'm going to call this a modern retake on a John Hughes film. John Hughes did an excellent job in encompassing the high school experience, and that's why so many of his films had such an impact on pop culture. They told true stories of true teenagers that we could relate to, and even older generations felt like, wow, that's what our kids are going through, and I had no idea. Booksmart tells a true telling of these teenagers that just want to feel like they belong amongst themselves and in society. This movie took me through so many different emotions. It reminded me of my own high school experience and my own regrets. I felt loss, I felt remorse. I felt kind of similarly to our lead characters, like, did I waste my time? Did I do something wrong? Could there have been more that I could have done? But that's what's so great about this movie. The writers know how to develop these cliques and these characters. The jocks have their own personality, the outcasts, the 1% rich kids that end up looking like the biggest losers of them all. It's just so interesting to see all these characters that are so different, but they all share the same crisis. They want to be understood. They just want to be recognized as equals in this world where our image is just so important. Image is everything in the society that we live in. And it's so interesting to see how these kids explore their reputations and what they want to portray to their peers and how impactful that really is in our society. Amy and Molly were not free from judgment. The jocks were not free from judgment. The other drama kids were not free from judgment. We all judge each other. Booksmart brings this issue to the surface and makes you stare at it, and it makes you digest it, accept it, and understand that judgment is such a huge flaw in our characterization as humans. In conclusion, I loved Booksmart. I highly recommend it if you like comedy, if you like teen movies, if you like dramas, and if you like films that bring an emotional impact out of you. Because you're going to get all of that with this movie. And it really is just truly fantastic. The movie is hilarious. Booksmart truly is a modern classic in my opinion. It is currently one of my favorite movies that I've seen throughout the entire year, and I have a very strong feeling it may be towards the top of my list come the end of the year. If you wanted to watch this movie, let me know in the comments. If you want to watch it now after watching this video, let me know in the comments. And if you've seen it already, I have to hear your input on this as well. I'm truly blown away by this movie, you guys. I can't wait to watch it again. I can't wait to own it. And Booksmart, one of my favorite movies of this entire year. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content like this in the future. And if you are already subscribed, don't forget to click that little bell notification. You'll be notified as soon as I post new content, and you will be the first person to know about it. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time.